Alright, welcome to Just Magic the Gathering. I was looking at doing a little bit of my daily grind. I played one match earlier, and it was the slowest game. Conveniently, I was able to work my rings a little bit, but there was also a little bit of slowness in the video because I had left some Docker containers open, which got addressed before giving this a take two. I'm assuming the recording or the gameplay is going to be much smoother. I have been feeling a little guilty on not keeping up on my video publications. I need to get into mana to do much. The Fountain Port, potentially doing artifacts? Like seeing the kitty. Yeah, yesterday I mentioned I revived an old project I had. So other birds, bats, mice, and rabbits get +1/+1. I should recognize it. And hopefully mana? Yes. And draw a card. So now it's a 3/3 that has Ward 2, and I can not do much about that at this point. So, and depending on what he stacks on that, that's problematic. So I'll just take the 3. But once again, that's +3/+3 to something in his hand, which is going back to quite problematic for me. Just wondering if I should do Feldar's Retreat, paying the ward cost to take his lifelink off the board. Yeah, I don't know what my best option here is. Because if he blocks with the Golden Sidekick, I almost have to zap his Golden Sidekick. I'm assuming he's going to try to take the block with the Golden Sidekick. Next. Nope. Nice. So let's see what he does this turn. Pay 2 to draw a card. It's the beginning of your end step if you gained. I don't know why I'm actually taking damage from the... Oh, that was silly of me. If I wanted to do the Feldar's Retreat, the Duty Beyond Death would actually get me... he has flyers, I can't do anything. So, just keep a clip on it. Just realized this little thing hissing. Bats. No surprises there. I'm surprised he left that out. So in a way that was just convenient that I got the 6th land I needed. In a lot of ways this deck's endgame is 6 mana. As long as I have the Dollmaker shop. So first win for the day. Pretty quick game. And yeah, moving on. I've spent most of today, I guess, working on lifting my old video game into like a newer format. Tearing off the old viewport and putting on a new one. But quite happy with the progress on that. And with it being spring, it's also just soaking up time for like yard work, etc. I'm not a huge fan because there's not, I mean, I can get into my caretaker's talent, but I don't have anything that generates me tokens. When it becomes blocked, he gets a creature token out of the deal. And for 3, he can sacrifice this creature and it deals 6 damage to a creature with flying. That's not looking promising. Game. It's a Goblin Rush deck. When this creature enters, create 2 1/1 Goblin tokens. 4 more. Going back to, he's almost wide enough to just wipe me with like a +1/+1 counter. Yep. At a certain point I'm wondering if I should just dip here. Without creatures, it's over right here. He probably has it. Now he gets Raid Bombardment out. I should have just said resolve all. Because that is game. I didn't, I guess, realize Raid Bombardment was for the attacking. I was actually looking at building a Raid Bombardment deck, or a... I originally called it Raid, but what did I end up calling it? Because Raid is a mechanic. As far as just kind of randomness. Earlier today, and it was from my middle brother. My middle brother came over today, and... oh, I called it Seconds. Because I ended up basing a chunk of my deck around casting things twice. But there's the Raid Bombardments. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks, because a lot of it is also based around like the Impact Tremors or the Shocking Sharpshooter. When I have creatures entering or attacking, I am doing damage, and it's more about the ping ping ping. So I do like the looks of the, or even just doing like a mono red rush deck. I've lost to more than one goblin deck. In some ways, I'm a little surprised not to see more of the, like, a black-red Goblin Blight deck. I was looking at potentially doing one of those once upon a time. I should actually revisit my Elemental deck. I played against an Elemental deck with my Elemental deck, and it was horrible. We're going back to, like, I can take this thing back to the drawing board. Like, there's some nice cards in there I didn't realize. Unfortunately, it does mean I almost have to save for tokens. I kind of like the looks of that. I was questioning if I should bring Ornobo out here, go for one more draw. I guess it depends on what I get. I was playing black-blue. The Ooze. Since he is tapped out, I think I will go with Orinobu. And this is whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it leaves the battlefield, you get that many mutagen tokens for each +1/+1 counter on it. Exile target card from a graveyard and create a mutagen token. So it's graveyard banishment and if I do like the Helpful Hunter, I was questioning doing the Caretaker's Talent, because that's card draw, but I have enough now to do the Overprotect. So that might have actually been a mistake on my behalf. Let's see what he's up to. He's playing white. Black, blue, white. Thinking. All creatures get flying. Depending on what he looks to do, if he pumps it up too much. Yeah, I don't know. Feel a little unjustified in that win, or I think it could have been his game, but I don't know what he was looking at in his hand. One of the things I have actually yet to do is open my packs from the new set and check out those cards. I should work my next token. And here's where I almost want a mulligan. I can't do anything without drawing in mana other than a little bit of control. And it's super slow. Paranormal Activist. Whenever you manifest dread, put a card into your hand. Whenever you put a card in your graveyard. So I know his face down card there is a 2 that you can, whenever you turn a permanent face up, put a +1/+1 counter on it. If I do the Dollmaker shop, I still have enough to exile it. So whenever this enchantment or another permanent you control named this enters Manifest Dread, and for 5, you can conjure a card named Vagrant Dread onto the battlefield. Not sure if that was some sort of odd test. 4, do the Caretaker's Talent. He has an instant. Is he gonna try to nope it? I did not leave enough to cover it. 4/3. So here I could try to do, I'm assuming he is playing more just straight counter. I can try and do like an exercise which limits my ability to do because I mean he could easily play what he's showing in his hand. Assuming he's gonna nope it. But I'd rather him burn the nope on this than Elspeth. Super. So should I nope it? I'm thinking I try to go for it. So he couldn't have flipped it. I misunderstood, I guess, what he's the one that would have gone to the graveyard went to his hand. Is he gonna nope the kitty? No. So, Growing Dread. So whenever he turns a permanent face up, it gets a +1/+1 counter. It seems like it's stuck on my turn. It's stuck on him waiting. And loses all abilities. It's going to turn it face up or try to protect it. So exile X creatures and artifacts and return the exile to the battlefield. So I lost my counters. But as he's tapped out, let's see what he's up to. There's one more mana and I can unlock the doll shop. I think he passed. Let's go note my helpful hunter. And do the Authority of Councils. Manifest Dread. He got mana ramp out of it. So at this point I'm actually just going to plus her up again. And go wide. I can go big. So, if you can't finish it here, I think it's basically game. Let's see what he has for return. Because I bet he probably has another one of the exile X target artifacts or creatures. I didn't realize that's for... Alright. So I do need... My Helpful Hunter would be handy. I like seeing the extra mana. If I do Authority of Councils... I was questioning what's the best use of my mana here. I can do the Cat Collector, which I think is the better option over my Doll Shop. That is a nice slowdown, though. Fresh Start. Or River's Rebuke. Into the Floodmaw. Return target creature and opponent controls to the owner's hand. If it was promised, instead return it to the owner's hand. Missed something. If the gift was promised, instead return to an opponent controls its owner's hand. Missed something still. Okay. With 6 mana, I kind of want my Dollmaker shop out. Because I need to almost start building tokens for width. Vigorous farming. So now his lands come with like basically an extra green and come in untapped. I run that in my... Nice. Talk about a pain. Start with my Helpful Hunter. Can I get a mana? Dollmaker shop. And I actually have to discard... Elspeth it is. Because if he can't draw it out next round, I get this as game. Did he get a return everything card? Oh. So, he was just looking to cast spells. We're going back to some decks, especially in late game. It's like, yeah, it could be anybody's game. In that case, it was mine. But yeah, that point worked both my dailies through. Even got my 3rd win in, and yeah. Happy to call it. Look forward to doing some Magic in the future.